Hello and welcome back to my channel. That's me blowing the dust off. Hi everybody. I know it's been a long time and this is just going to be a gentle review of what life has been for me the last year or so. The most important being I had breast cancer. And as you can imagine, that rocked my world. Prior to that, we had made the mark of a year since Shelby had her open heart surgery, only to find out that she had another issue that she was born with. And then her father passed away. And it's just been us working our way through one thing after another. And although I was still knitting and although I was still attending a limited amount of events, I just didn't have it in me to record long form, upload on here, and I apologize. I tried to do shorts just to keep you guys abreast of what I was doing, but I am back. I plan on getting back in my groove, getting back in my rhythm, at least once a week, if not every 2 weeks. I will come and give you life and times of GGmadeit, right? And what has changed about that in the here and now is, and let me just rewind. I don't even know if I've ever shared this on this channel, but because I grew up as an only child, most of my favorite things were things that I could do alone, that I didn't need company to enjoy. One of those things was reading. I think most of you know that my daughter Shelby has a book club, and it did my heart. My heart swells with pride every time that she too became very interested in reading. I think I've also shared that she has introduced me to so many genres that I know for a fact I would have never picked up. So because of that, we are starting a podcast, and we're calling it Well Read Wool. And on there, we will talk about what we're reading, because we will pick books that we'll decide to read together. And I will also share what I'm making. But I'm also going to come here and just talk to you guys about my life, my knitting, and whatever is going on with me. This year I turned 60. And I want to celebrate. I still have to go through reconstruction. For those that have not been keeping up with the shorts that I've been posting, in November of last year, I had to have a double mastectomy. Not had to have. Let me rephrase that. I chose to have a double mastectomy. I was stage 0, DCIS. Initially, the thought process was a lumpectomy and a reduction. But once we did the MRI, the calcification was significant. And where it was located, it would have been very difficult to simply do a lumpectomy. So then it was suggested that I just do a mastectomy, just take the right breast where the cancer was, and I would have to go back every 6 months. No, I'm not doing that. I know me, I would have worried myself to death. So I opted to have a double mastectomy. I could have just had the one removed and go that route, but I didn't want to take the chance of down the line needing to do this all over again. So if you have not scheduled your mammogram for this year, if you are one of the, I can't tell you how many women sent me messages and said that they had never had a mammogram. Please, 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 please. Early detection is key. So, luckily, my pathology was clean. Didn't have to have any chemo or radiation. Thank God. This is my second battle with cancer and the second time I've gotten away with simply having, not simply, there's nothing simple about this, but by just having surgery. I had cervical cancer back in 2008, and a radical hysterectomy solved that. And that was before I discovered knitting and I started knitting, so that was a long time ago. And then this time, luckily, surgery was all I needed. And I'm a lot better. My pain levels are next to zero. I do have little here and there, but I know y'all know the main thing I was worried about, what the hell is gonna happen to all my sweaters? I've tried most of them on. They still fit. I don't understand it. So I must have been stretching the hell out of my sweaters because most of them still fit. Some of the ones that were really snug are not as snug, but they still fit. I can still wear them. And I'm very happy about that because, yes, my life was in danger. Yes, there was more important things. But all my sweaters, call me vain, call me whatever, but a sister was worried. But that's what's been going on. That's why I haven't. Like this year, Shelby and I drove into the city to meet up with Vincent and Beth for Vogue the night before. We were there Thursday evening because I wasn't in the place that I wanted to be, one, around all those people, because Vogue tends to be the place where everybody gets sick every year, and I could not take a chance of going through that. And I wasn't mentally in a place to deal with everybody's well wishes or whatever. You know how people can, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, you look good. I didn't want to do all of that. So I didn't go to Vogue. I did go to Rhinebeck prior to my surgery. My surgery was in November. I did go to Rhinebeck. I needed that. And I think I really went because Adela and Jimmy and Lola were there. And I needed that. So we went, Shelby, Indy, Kenny. We had a good time. But where I usually linger, people literally had to run to catch me because I was so emotional, and I knew somebody was going to say something was going to trigger me and I was going to cry, and I didn't want to be doing all that there. So yeah, but I had a good time. So that's where I've been. As far as knitting is concerned, I went to Around the Table Yarns in Ohio, their retreat that was August, beginning of August, right before my birthday. And there was a woman there who had she actually works in Fort Pearls in Florida, and she had on this sweater by Andrea Mowry. It's called Straya, and the base is like a taupe, and the stripes are multicolored. But I saw that, and you guys know, I still see everything in orange, and I was like, oh, I have to make this. It's fingering weight, so it has taken me some time. It is a half fisherman stitch, I believe, but this is Lola Bean Yarn Co. Dream Bean in Iconic Orange is the base, and then can you see the subtle orange stripe? The cream or off-white stripe is Loop Lux Knit Stars store. That's out of business now. So this is a discontinued colorway. And then this, can you guys see it? I don't know if you can see it. There's a really subtle orange stripe in here. And that is also Loop Luxe. And that is their, I forget what base, but the color is Iconic Orange as well. I am stuck on Sleeve Island, but I'm almost there with my decreases. I don't, and I'm saying this lightly, I don't think I'm going to put buttons on this. I think I'm just going to do the band and just leave it as a cardigan. I don't think I'll put buttons on it, but I am loving this piece of material that I have created with this stitch. It's just taking me a bit to finish it. So it is Friday evening, and I plan on, well, nope, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm currently reading a book that has me like this, and I can't wait to see what else is going to happen. So I don't know that I'm going to knit tonight. At any rate, I wanted to come because the well-read wool will be uploaded tomorrow, and then I don't want you guys blindsided. I wanted to kind of let you know what was going on. Yes, I am still going to come here and do my knitting content, and then there will be a separate channel for the well-read wool. And if you love to knit as well as read and looking for recommendations, I would love if you followed us. So if you see it tomorrow, I'm looking for you guys. Feedback 1. Tell me what you thought about it. Follow if you're interested. And I think that's all for now. But I'm definitely going to work on coming back at least, if not once a week, at least twice a month, and let you know what's going on, what I am fangirling about, what's the latest orange thing that has me smiling, and just life of somebody that has just had a double mastectomy. Like always, I will bring it all to you. So, and the weight of this world right now, right? We'll talk about that next time. At any rate, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I look forward to your comments, and thank you for being patient with me as I navigated my way through this thing called life. Until next time.